Welcome back to another episode of the Chronicles of Al Figures, and I am well on my way to finishing this piece up. I am very happy with how it's looking. When I was approached to do a Shadowbox diorama, I honestly had no idea how to kind of go about it. But it was for Daredevil, who's one of my top 5 favorite characters, Marvel characters of all time. So I was very happy to kind of get into it. So what I decided to do here is I guess an homage to Daredevil. Although the figure that he's gonna have in this shadow box will be a Matt Murdock figure. Obviously his alter ego being Daredevil. I wanted to do something that kind of played to Daredevil, despite the fact that you're just seeing a regularly dressed human being. So one of the things I wanted to do is just with the border, kind of do the red, black, and white, as those are kind of the primary colors. Then with the door, I went to bed the other night and I was like, man, what color am I gonna do the door? I can't do it red because everything else is red. And then I figured his first costume was kind of this yellowish, so I went with that. And then wanted to somehow I thought about putting the DD in graffiti on the wall, but wanted to try to leave that as clean as possible, and instead I kind of just placed it back here. And so what I did is, and these are just vinyl letters, so what I did is I just painted that in a bright red, so it is a little brighter than all of the other reds that are kind of here. And then with that darkness kind of shadowy looking, kind of the shadow in reference to Shadowland Daredevil, I thought was a pretty cool idea. So we have that. And so what I have to do still here, and then the flooring, I still have to finish the floor. I do want to add a pipe to kind of give it a little extra depth, and then I want to add a doorknob, signage, and then kind of dirty up a little bit more, a little rust coming from the doors, rust coming from the bars. And just kind of go in that route. But I'm very happy with how this is coming out. It's exactly how I kind of envisioned it when I started doing it. But I definitely made sure that the colors, because again it's a shadow box, I wanted to make sure that the colors were all around, so the bricks didn't just kind of finish into a, just a bottomless nothing in the side. So you can kind of see all the details there, as well as the door. So this is where I am in the process. So this is should be done pretty soon. And this is all set. Got it a little dirty, added some gunk at the bottom. Although this is kind of a floating piece, wanted to kind of give it a little bit of gunk. So even if it kind of went to the bottom how it should be, you can see how in an alleyway would still be pretty dirty. A couple of Easter eggs, added the 21 as his birthday is on the 21st, Matt Murdock's birthday, and then added the permit parking only toy zone because he's officially handicapped, so why not? Electricity pole was put in, as I had explained before. That bright red kind of represents Daredevil as kind of that good wholesome superhero before that Shadowland era, where it's kind of being surrounded by that darkness. Add a little bit of rust to the bars here, and yeah, this is pretty much set. I just have to install it into the box, and then the flooring is also complete. Added this newspaper, Battle of New York, obviously appropriate as he is a New York based character. An empty Coke bottle, kind of made it look a little grungy, but left space for him to stand up the Matt Murdock character. And now it's time to install it, or I have to actually glue these two pieces onto here. And it fit in a way where there's going to be a little bit of a white border, which I kind of like. Originally I wanted to kind of just fill it up completely, but I like that it's going to have a little bit of a white border that you can see a little tiny bit. And this project is complete. I'm very happy with how it turned out, and I'm really I was really excited, and I'm appreciative that somebody commissioned something like this, because it's not something I would have probably done on my own. So this is a really cool thing that you can just kind of hang up on the wall. Daredevil's one of his favorite characters, the client's favorite characters as well. So he'll be putting the Marvel Legends Daredevil in a suit in front, kind of standing here. So next clip will be it installed. All right, and here is the Shadowbox all finished up. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And then once he puts that Matt Murdock figure in there, it'll be perfect. Again, just trying to kind of play off of colors. Actually, I have that figure, so I'll show you guys in case you're not aware of that figure. But that figure is, where is he? This guy here. So this is the figure that he's going to put inside of the Shadowbox. So it's kind of a dark gray with a white shirt. And that's kind of cool. I forgot that it came with that break that he caught in the Spider-Man movie. And so that figure I think is going to look great inside of this Shadowbox, as it's contrasting colors here. Here we have a lot of reds, a lot of kind of darker tones. And so having that figure kind of stand up there is going to be dope. Alright, this project is done. Now I am on to finishing the pizza shop. Tomorrow I should have the awning in the mail. And then I'll finish that up and start on some older projects, like the storefront that I have, that I think I'm going to make it into a bakery. And I also have that train that's over there that I need to work on. So I may get to work on those. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this came out. Alright, so I just got the awning from my cousin, and it looks good. It looks perfect. Now I'm wondering if how spray paint's gonna lay on this. So I may just do like a sealer at first, but he put the kind of the holes to magnetize it. So I thought I had this size magnet. When he said little magnets, I thought he meant like real little. I wasn't sure how heavy these were gonna be. So these are the little magnets that I have, and these are not going to work. So I will be going to Hobby Lobby today. I also need like a red spray paint, so I'll be going there as well. But it fits perfect. So I got to spray paint this in white, just the face of it. Put the Malvoli's pizza and the vinyl letters, and this is nice and smooth, so it's going to be perfect for that. And then I'll be able to remove... put this red spray paint, so it should look really good in here. I'm gonna spray paint the inside as well. But yeah, this is gonna be pretty dope. All right, let's go to Hobby Lobby. So the letters are in. You can't see the A because the A is actually the only one I was missing. I found another Z, so the A I had to kind of carve it out independently. But I have everything here. It's in. Got these little numbers, those are in. So now it's time to spray paint it. Let's see if it works. Whew. All right, let's try. This is the first coat. I'm gonna go into for the second coat. What you don't want to do is get heavy-handed. I know that never works. And also with these spray paint, it's a strong spray. So you just want to kind of give it a light second coat. You know, instinctively you'll want to kind of just fill that out in red and just kind of be done with it. Don't. Don't. I've learned from years of experience, you don't want to do that. So I'm just kind of giving it the second coat here. You don't have to be as careful with the top. Definitely have to be careful where the letters are. So I'm giving it the second coat. Let that dry for a bit and come back. And it may need 4 coats, but at least 3. Let this dry and we'll come back to it. Just kind of let it be out here in the summer breeze. Alright, moment of truth. Let's see. I know some of the letters were a little not sticking well. So it might be a little overspray, but I can fix that with the white. Alright, that looks pretty decent. Let's see. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to get off this because I need to put on my reading glasses, because some of it gets a little stuck here, as you can see. So I need to kind of carve it and make sure that the paint isn't peeling with it. So let me do that, but I can fix these little parts, no issue whatsoever. Let's see. and this pizza shop diorama is complete. So first I want to show you guys the source or the inspiration or what he wanted me to build. So this is a pizza shop that him and his brother grew up in. Both their first names start with the letter T. I say that for a reason. But as you can see here, this is a much bigger storefront than what you see here. So, and not only that, but it also kind of had this attached door that I guess led to the apartment building, and the awning went over the door. In this particular case, and also there was a second level. So he had a budget. In order to do this entire thing, it would have probably been more than twice his budget. So what I tend to do is I ask people to tell me what they have in mind and what their budget is, and I'm going to work towards their budget. And I wanted to keep a couple of things true to his, where he grew up at. He used to come here with his brother and play video games, and they would have all the high scores, and their initials when they would put in, the high score would be TNT. So this is my interpretation of that. This is now closed down. Like, this is not open anymore. It's been closed down. So I asked him what the windows were like. Did they have the same bars as the doors? He said they did. So that allowed me to kind of create that visual of what it would look like. I put the bars inside, as I feel like if I would have put them outside, they would have looked kind of like a jail. So I figured if I put it on the inside, put the glass over it, that would look pretty good. But let's break down the materials I used to create this. So first and foremost, again, TNT being the initials of him and his brother's first name. He wanted some graffiti on the side that kind of incorporated that. So this is what we did. This fence is popsicle sticks. I just kind of cut off the tips to make it look more like the fence that's on here. See if you can see it here. Kind of that style of the top of the fence is what I was going for. So I just glued them all together, cut them, and then I tried to replicate the steel post. This is just a glue gun on top. Just kind of let it dry, and that kind of became how I tried to incorporate that part of it. So you can see the side of it here, the front. Originally he wanted bars on the door, but I feel like I would have been way too many bars, and I like this concept better, so he agreed with that. I still have to add a doorknob here. That's the last thing, the very last thing before I ship it is adding that. So yeah, everything else at XPS foam. These borders here are basswood. The borders on the door are also basswood, but the door itself is XPS foam. Not sure if I mentioned this, but the dowel rods are set on the inside on foam, basically foam sheets, but that they have kind of the sticky, these guys that have kind of you can kind of stick them. So that's what these are set in, and it's in the top and in the bottom. You guys already saw the journey with this in the beginning of this video. This is just a 3D printed awning that was created by my cousin, and he's an amazing artist. He has an IG. I'll post that address in the description of this video as well. So you guys saw the process of this. This is just foam with the printed out logo and information for the shop itself. These two vents are actually, so when I went to go see Chris, when I went to hang out with Toy Blocks and learn about 3D printing, as I'm helping him around the shop, I'm helping him organize the shop and keep it clean, so I'm like sweeping. So these are kind of like the back of whenever a 3D piece is printed, it needs to be set on something. So there was a lot of like these pieces just thrown around, and I would look at it. One of the things about being an artist and being a diorama maker that creates these things from scratch, you got to have a good imagination, and you got to look at something and say, how can this could be used for a future whatever. So most of the time I don't know what I'm going to use, what it's going to be. I forgot to turn on the light. So I grabbed this and a bunch of other little pieces there, and this became kind of the vents here, which I thought was great. What else? It's all magnetized. Maybe I should just take it apart real quick. Let's see. So we have this piece, We have this piece. We have the top. So I was able to kind of incorporate the brick into the top, magnetize here and here. We have the front, and this is magnetized here, and it's also magnetized to the base. And here you can have a better look at the foam sheets that I used and how I went about the dowel rods, kind of the guts of it, always looking a little beat on the inside. And then you have two sidewalls, the fence that's pegged into the base. And so ultimately when you ship, you get to ship something that's a little more compact versus shipping this entire thing. So also, if you want to put it away, demagnetize it, and you can do that if you're moving. You don't want to kind of balance this XPS foam piece. And this one is ready, and I'm going to pack it up now after I install the doorknob and do the glamour shots, or the studio shots. Shipping it out this afternoon. It is Monday, I think, what, the 24th, 25th. And then after this video, I have some other, videos of what my weekend was like, and including my most recent action figure pickups in the last couple of months. And that'll be it for this video in terms of dioramas, and I am out. So for those of you who have been following me for a long time, you guys already know this. For those who are new followers, you may not know this. But the whole reason I got into dioramas is because of my love for action figures. I absolutely have been in love with action figures since I was 10 years old. Mid-80s, G.I. Joe was the thing. Transformers. Marvel wasn't that big a thing when it came to action figures, but I did collect Marvel comic books. So just wanted to show you guys some of my most recent pickups. I guess this is in the last 3 weeks to a month that I've grabbed all of these. But while I was in California, I was able to grab this Firefighter, which is part of the G.I. Joe Classified series. But it's kind of the G.I. Joe Legacy collection. But I think this looks amazing. So I think I want to do a shot with this Firefighter breaking into the pizza shop that I just completed, and maybe put some flames inside of there. I'm not sure how it's going to look with the foggy windows, but yeah, this guy looks great. Articulation is great. Pinless, which is amazing. So this is something, probably my newest one. But I also grabbed, I grabbed this guy at Target. I guess he's a Target exclusive. Breaker was one of my favorite ones growing up. I think it's dope that he's blowing the bubble there. Then I think I grabbed this at GameStop. Another one of my favorites. Blowtorch. Loved this figure, and that was a time where everything was kind of colorful, so this kind of harkens back to that age. But I love the accessories with it. I don't know where I grabbed. Oh, this was a Hasbro Pulse, so I had bought this on it. But Footloose was another one of my favorites. So this looks like a great figure. Got this at the Great American Toy Show a few weeks back. The original Rock and Roll, or the Rock and Roll that is kind of the retro carded back version, so it's kind of goes back to the original colors versus the newer ones that got released that were all tattooed, which I loved. But I think this is a great figure as well. And then finally, I'm not doing many Marvel Legends these days. I'm picking very few. I still love Marvel, but I'm more into the G.I. Joes these days. That's my main collection. But I had to pick up this Miles Morales in Boricua suit. I mean, are you serious? Like, this is classic. A Puerto Rican flag. Like, as a Puerto Rican person, we're not highly represented in terms of anything, which I get. So when you see a Spider-Man, specifically Miles Morales, who's half Puerto Rican, half black, have a suit that depicts our flag, it's pretty dope, man. So I had to get this. I don't think I'm getting anyone else from this wave, but this Boricua suit is definitely something I had to have. So I'm very excited for that. So again, I love action figures. This is why I create dioramas. This is what got me into them, and this is the the newest pickups in the last. So I grabbed a few more things for this capsule. I've mentioned this capsule several times, and I figured I'm gonna share with you guys what I mean when I say a capsule. So, okay, so first let me just move these bucket hats over here. Just got a new bucket hat. It's got this polo hat. Got the Supreme in San Francisco. Got this polo one on sale from Macy's the other day. And then I gotta remove my headphones here. Let's put them there for now. This is one of the boxes here. And I gotta move this out for a second because the other box is back here. All right. So I have been working on this for a couple years now. So the new things I got today are this Air Max 1 club cap. Normally goes for 28 bucks. I got on sale for $10. And then these socks, which is Air Max 1 socks, also got them on sale for $10. So first let's do this one. All right, so got this Nike bucket hat camel. It said $32, but I think it was like 20 bucks. It was on clearance. Got this Nike belt, also on clearance. Got this Dunk club cap, also for 10 bucks. I have this other bucket hat that's a Jordan reversible. Got this on sale as well. Got this Jordan keychain on sale as well. This dry head tie. This Nike, or excuse me, a Jordan 1 wrist lanyard. And these just belongs to some sneakers I have. And then this wallet that I used for a couple times and decided not to use it. Now for the socks, I have this SB pair. It's two different colors. I like these. Again, got these on sale for $12.99. Got a pair of these black ones. And I forgot that I had gotten, so now I have two. So I may wear one, may not. And then, so that's one of the boxes. And the other box is this Paris FC Club Jordan bag, got on sale. This Nike side bag on sale. This Air Max kind of little side bag on sale. Excuse me, this Flight, another little crossbody bag on sale. Got this on sale. And then finally this knapsack type 10 bucks. And this actually matches this new bag that I got recently. I'll go into my bags at another point. But every time I say my capsule, this is what I'm referring to. The purpose of this, why I'm collecting these. Twofold. One of them is because they're all super cheap, so why not, right? But secondly, because my son Abel is going to open a store at some point. So I want to be able to have a collection to present at his store. The best way to do it is to just buy stuff that's on sale, keep it new with tags, and then eventually I can put these out in his store. I may wear them at some point, I may not, but again, just because it's just so cheap, and this is all it's all Nike related, either Jordan or Nike, I just feel like it's such a good deal. Why not? I mean, 10 bucks, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, 10 bucks, 10 bucks. And all of these are at the very least 40% off. Nothing here I have paid full price for. And so that's my idea. I tend to keep shit forever. So I think this is a great idea to have this on hand and just keep it over the years. See what the value looks like at some point. There's certain things I will probably never wear like this. But it's cool. It's from the Flight portion of the Nike basketball house there, with, you know, it has this little pouch here, and you can. So I just think these are kind of cool, and it's just something that again will probably never be produced again, and got them on the cheap, so why not? So this is, every time I mention a capsule, this is what I mean. Oh, I think this is like the music's happening. Oh man, look at this. Woo! Apero Spirits. Oh, they got a whole band.
Mitch, we're gonna have to send you the HR again, but
yeah.
This is what they like strictly send out. This is who they come out and see like all summer.
Oh, okay.
This is under Robbie, so this is like a known.
Like a popular area? Got it. That guy had 3 pair of pants. That was crazy. Blackstone on the hill.
arrangement, and there's a fireplace and the bars and everything on each side. But it's like it's a huge, huge.
Carrara shoes. We're going to Fiesta Carrara. Oh, look, a bakery. I'm making one now. Okay, okay. It is cute. It is cute.
Let's make all those stops along the way. This problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses, and to rush would be a crime, because nice and easy does it every time. We're on the road to romance. That's safe to say. Let's bring all those stops along the way. Go get it one more time.
Sorry.
Here we go, people. You ready?